we saw about reports can be accessed by two methods, editing and reading. Then what is there in that, right? I'll just read through this content. One report, which is contained a single workspace that can be associated with multiple dashboards. Within that workspace, we can create multiple dashboards. What does that mean? So this is the report you have. Okay, let's understand this is what your report looks like. This is how it looks like. All these things are there. Now, what you can do probably is that you can create a dashboard itself. When I say dashboard, out of let's say one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine visuals here. Out of nine visuals, I wanted to show only maybe 10 visuals. For example, I wanted to show one this visual. This is the one of the visual I wanted to show. Out of nine visuals, I wanted to show only three visuals. So let's assume like that, right? In that case, I can build the dashboard, which will look like this. Okay, so like this, I can build multiple dashboards, which will be more needed, which can be more utilized for the business in the end, in the proper way, right? Like that, I can do lot of things about this. I can even subscribe to this dashboard, right? Lot of things that comes as Andy, right? So when you say subscribe, for example, create a subscription. So it says it what you wanted to do, all these things. You can see subject of the email, how we want to access this, all these things that you can probably see it when the subscriptions are happening, right? So this is one of the main thing you wanted to understand on how things works, right? Maybe you can do this and we keep it simple, keep it something like this. Right? So now what happens, right? You can do whatever you wanted. Can be created using data from one data set. So this is what they say. One data can combine more than one data set to a single report, and that report can be used in multiple ways. You kind of get the point, right? How it is doing, right? And what is there in dashboard? Dashboard is something you create in Power BI service. It's associated with a single workspace. What does that mean? It will have only single work like this, single view like this, right? Then you can also have can display visualization from different data sets, can display visualization from many reports, can display visualization pinned from other tools. So a lot of things it can do for us. So when I say a lot of things, it can eventually we can eventually create a dashboard from three other reports as well. So here you see this is first report. Let's say this is the second report and this is the third report. Combining all three reports, okay, I can create a dashboard in which I can say only four or five things are needed for me. Whereas I don't need lot of things, but I need only specific things like this. I can do that as well. Okay, that is there in this particular option called dashboard. Again, I can settings, owner email, promote this dashboard in the featured section, home, Q&A, comments, all these things I can do contact how I wanted. All the things I can showcase. For example, now I will show the in scenario like this. Okay, so let's say I have this not that dashboard and go to report. Okay, so I will go to my workspace. First, let's open the report. Let's open this report first. Okay, that I will go here. I will say I want this visualization. Into new dashboard. I can keep the name testing one. Okay, I can pin it. Now this gets created. Now let me create this. I want to go to the testing pin. Testing one. Okay, create. So from first report, I have created one dashboard. Now let's go to the second report. Okay. In this one, I wanted. I'll use the existing dashboard now, testing one, and I will pin it. Now let's go to this dashboard. You see, though I have only one dashboard, I kind of create two report. I kind of created one dashboard, two different reports. I kind of combined and created a one report now. You're getting a point. I can have a dashboard theme. We wanted, maybe let's keep it like this. Now the data looks like this. I can add a tile. What is the tile here? Image, text box. Let's say text box I want to add. So anything I wanted to show, like let's say dashboard. And I can put it the title, apply. So it should be showing me somewhere, but it is not showing. It should somewhere show me the dashboard kind of title actually. Right, yes. So let's increase the size to go to bold it. Yeah, now I see. I can it. So edit that. Let's put it in the center. Right now. You kind of see this, right? You kind of do all these things. Now I'll add this. Now it looks like this dashboard. All these things uh, kind of gets added, and you can also subscribe to this. So if you create a subscription testing one, it will send to. So it is sending to Guru Prasad in, but I don't have the email ID, so I cannot send it now. Sorry. So if you click on send, right, then this dashboard will get sent to that particular individual. Okay, now what happens? Now I want this to change the way it looks like, right? I can also say that whenever the data gets refreshed, this dashboard will also get refreshed. So I can go to the data set, semantic model. I can create this, maybe schedule the refresh. We'll see all these things. Maybe schedule all these things I can do, and after that I can probably use a different refresh option if needed, and I can do this at the EC options. So these kind of things, right? These are all the things you can probably do with Power BI service. So far what we have done, right? Let me recap what we have done so far in that particular dashboard. So I have already added three different reports that are coming from three different data sets. Okay. Then from that, I have taken what is needed for me and pasted that in and pasted that in dashboard. So now that dashboard will have the report that comes from three different reports, right? So that is how it works.
So you went to the service, Power BI service, and then you created a dashboard, and now you went from to three different reports
Yeah,
and created a visual, three different visuals
exactly.
in that dashboard. So the information in those three visuals, right? Are they different or are they saying the same thing?
They are coming from the different data set. They are not same. They are not same. They are coming from three different set. That is what the beauty of this Power services. You can use one report. I mean, you can use multiple data sets to create different reports and use dashboard to combine them. So that is easy way of doing things there, right? That is more that will be more helpful again in order to understand how it works and all these things. Yeah, so that is on this part, right? So uh, probably we can move again next one. So you can see the difference now. So this is a major difference, right? Pages, dashboards are created over on only one page. Report can be one or more pages. Okay, then data sources. Dashboards are created from multiple data sets, right? What I was saying. You can create it from multiple data sets. Whatever the data sets you wanted, you can create it. Then you have reports. Reports can be created from only one data set. You cannot have lot of things there, right? So that is the other part on it. Mm, then visualization. So visualization, you can dashboards always concentrate on building insights into data by using graphs and filters. Reports are not concentrated on the visualization part of the data, rather than looks to create summary pages. Available in our dashboards cannot be created in Power BI desktop. Okay, if you want to create dashboard, you want it to create only in Power BI service. You got my point in this? So you can see the difference, right? How it works. Right. So maybe we can get started. We'll go with the other slide. Again, you see filters and slices. You cannot add slices and filters as dashboards are limited to a single page. We cannot add that. In reports, we can do it. User interact dashboard allow a user to pin visuals from different things. Favorite, you can set multiple dashboard as favorite. Q&A features are available. So in reports, some of things are not available, right? Some things are not readily available. So we need to think about it, how we can do it. For example, a favorite. We can set a favorite in both reports and dashboards. Then alerts. In dashboards, alerts to email are created when specific condition is met. We cannot create alerts in reports. Subscribe, you can subscribe to both the things. So in reports, you can, let me check, right? In reports also, you can create certain alert. There is an update, we got it. Notice that is something they have to change. See underlying data set in dashboard, we cannot see the data set. In Power BI service, we can see it.
Hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features? Bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
So there is some feature that is called as a quick insights. This one, get insights, maybe I can say. So when you use get insights, right? So it kind of gives us what kind of insights system itself can able to generate for us. Okay, nothing much there, but what you can do is like it's going to give us some kind of an auto-generated insights. It's going to say total profit, total sales analysis. Like that, it's just going to give you the value. That is what they say it is quick insights. Okay, so yeah, these are all things you can do it in quick insights. Let's see how to create dashboard. So dashboard is something we have already seen how to create it. Right. Once you get an access, I can show you, or you can create by own yourself. Now it's all about uh, having looking at this, right? So we cannot do anything. But once you get uh, right this particular Power BI service, then we can look around that by creating a dashboard. That is something we want to create. Power BI Q&A, that is we saw all this for Q&A. So Q&A is something we saw, right? So Q&A is like by default system going to take up the value and it's going to answer about the questions it has. Whatever question it has, it's going to answer us accordingly. So that is what this Q&A is all about.
Yeah, I see it. The Q&A is the same thing with the one in the desktop.
Yeah. Same thing we did it in restaurants. What is behind the scenes of Power BI service Q&A? How this done? How these are done is like on natural language. So simply it asks questions about the data and it kind of returns the value. That is how it works. Okay, so it will just will pick the best visualization. System itself will pick the best visualization and it will deliver it in a way that how we needed it. Okay, so that is what this natural language does. Now, if we go here, so when you say ask question about the data, so this for this one testing one. So if you click on this, what happens behind this is like it's going kind of creates the natural language processing is happening behind the scenes. Okay, so with that natural language processing, it's kind of going to create an output with the questions, count the regions. If you click on that, it is going to give us the visualization as well, along with the output. Now, if you want to exit, you can exit the Q&A if you want to ask some other thing. You see, you can get this, what is the divide by customer name, or you can just ask any questions. So, total customer name, let's assume I wanted to know total customer name. Click on this, there are 793 customers, right? So, I want to know who is the top most customer. So, okay. So, the topmost customer, I think I have to give more specific who top is the top customer. Scene Miller. See, this guy is the one we got it. Okay. Sometimes it returns, sometimes it also says that I cannot understand the question as well. That is something understandable, right? System cannot read everything, right? So that is how it is. Total segments by YTD. You see year to date, what is the segment wise, how good the things are. All these things you can work around. See, here, this looks stunning. It, just a click of a second, it gives all the output. right? So I just clicked it and I got the output how I wanted. That is the more interesting fact about this Q&A. Now, you can try this assessment. So unless until you get this Power BI service, we might need to be more looking at your other part, like you working on this particular analysis.
Mm. Okay.
I
Right.
can share your screen and start working on this one, right? Activity model to all this things. If you can add any visuals or anything there, so that is what the point that they are saying, which I've shared in another picture. So what is the point? Use your measure in another measure, which means that when you have already created a measure, let's say total sales, in that total sales, you are creating another one. So that is what it is. You cannot use the measure in slicer. You cannot do that. What they are trying to say, you already have one kind of a measure that is built, right?
Yeah.
Under that measure, you are utilizing one more layer of it. Or for example, okay, I don't think you have something to show. Let me show that. Let me show. So what we are trying to say, right? Average rate. Okay, here if you take a look at this one, maybe, right? Total sales is one of the measure, right? Date table is another measure. So what we are doing, we are using measure in one of the other measure. So that is what they are saying. If you go and read this, use the measure in another measure. So we have already done that. So if you remember, this is total sales is one measure. Date table is another measure. We are utilized that in a different one or the other measures. So that is what they have told it, right? Yeah. So you can now you can check it in your field. You can check it.
Okay. Okay. So what did this should do with this?
No, you don't need to do. We have already saw this. We have already seen this. You do not need to do anything. You just understand we have done something, right?
Oh
You just
yes, yes.
get to.
What it means to create measure within another measure. Okay. Let's write the So is this the same thing as well? Calendar minimum order to create
Yeah, it's
a
another
what do you
measure.
call
It's another measure.
it?
Yes.
Table.
Yeah. We have done
Yeah.
it, but I want you to try it.
Okay.
You've already done this part, so but I wanted you to try how it is. You don't need to create a date table for it, right? So you can create any new columns. You can just create a new columns. Simply create like this way. Okay, take or write like this total sales. No, no, just okay. Total sales one equal to total sales into 1,000. Right? Total sales again. Sales. Total sale into 100.
This one?
Into 100. Multiply. Put 100.
100.
100. Enter. Yes, you have to get some of it. Entered. So now you can create a table and see what it has been, how it is delivered. See, so you saw it, right? It's created the total sales value for each of the line items, right? So that is how the things will. You got the point? How the things are working?
Yes.